to start over there. Shoot. Crap. Okay, I'll just do it. That's fine. So if I do YouTube, it's from Asmongold. Like I scroll through shorts and I see a lot of his. I see a lot of Pirate Software stuff. I laugh because it's kind of crazy. Let me go over here real quick. Hopefully that's not gonna mess nothing up. I don't think it will. And then like I said, I don't want to show. I want to just copy and then I'll oh, history. Like I don't want to show you my stuff because this is my personal account I was using. Shoot, where? Oh no, nope. That's not what that was. So the Asmongold I was watching was not that one. How long ago was this? I watched it a couple times because it was hilarious. Actually, I'm not seeing the short I watched today. Oh, it's right here. All right, hang on. So let me pause this real quick. Bring this down, copy this in. So this guy's using the Suno that I was showing you guys. And then it just like does some crazy stuff. Oops, shoot. My bad. I can't touch nothing. So he's just like blah, blah, whatever, right? And it sounds pretty good. And then it's like makes a whole song using words. Hang on me. I don't know how to make it bigger. I think pretty sure you guys can hear it. Oh, it's kind of low. Hang on, let me turn it up. Like, so this is what Suno does. It and then like it just kind of like use what he was doing and it try to make it into words. And he's like, it sounds like a Japanese heavy, like a hair metal band or something.
Wow.
So this is what Suno does. It literally, you can do whatever like this and like explain what you want or start typing just stuff, and it'll make a song for you. And you could say, hey, I want it to do, But yeah, that's Suno. So I don't want to do that. Like I might take that to kind of get an idea, maybe, but I wouldn't like fully take it because like, I would want to do it myself. But that's kind of crazy though. So yeah, if you look at, so when you're, actually let me go over here real quick. We'll do it over here. Okay, which one is it? It is, I have so many things. Oh, did I close it? Okay, I probably closed it. Let me get the new one going. Now let's bring this over here. Then we'll do ultimate guitar, and then you do like my tabs because I put it in my tabs, but I don't know where it's at. So I should probably just type in a live up here. Live by Pearl Jam. I have a ton of stuff that I was. So then if you look at, so when you come in here. Oh, nice. I need to start streaming more. But yeah, you can come into chords and like for the guitar, these are all the chords that are found within the song. So if you look here, you have the intro plays an A, and then you can see up here what the A is. It's pretty simple to play. Usually A, you play this string. So I don't know why it's saying that you don't. So I'm a little confused at that. And then how to play the A sus4 or how to play the F. So F doesn't really have a its own chord per se. So if you look at this, so you bar it at the top, right? So your F. So if you look at my guitar's downstairs. Hang on, I got my bass right here, which is pretty close. So usually, so if I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but you have. Let me see where we're at. Okay, so you have your strings. You have your E. You'll have your E, A, D, G. So what this is saying is that you bar all the like you go down. So you like would bar this whole thing because this is your E right here. So you go, oops, this is your E, and then your F is this one right here. So you bar this whole thing to make it look like it's gonna be, and then when you play this whole thing, it's an F chord, and then you have your C and E and G, and then your B. So your F and your F and B don't have their own chords. They, if you look at this one, this right here is the same as this, except for you on the second fret you bar the whole thing and you strum. So that's your B because on your second fret. So if we look at your A chord, right? So you have your so you'd have your A, and then you'd have your A, and then you'd have right. This first fret would be your A sharp or B flat, and then you have your B. So if you bar it, and then you play like this, that would be like your A chord. But I can't, like I said, this is my bass. My guitar's downstairs. So what you can then look at this is if I look at this, I have one sharp through this whole thing. So if there's one sharp, let me look at it. Let me look through this real quick. B sharp. So, oh wow, that's kind of crazy. E, G. But you'll eventually see like similar things. So if you look here at the intro and then you look right here at the verse, the intro and the verse are basically the exact same thing. Except for they kind of put like, hey, will you play this A chord right here at this half, and it kind of shows you where to play the chords. And then your chorus is this, right? So if you look at the next chorus, it should be pretty similar, except for this here. You have your E up here, so it start. Oh my gosh, this is kind of annoying. You have your E up here, so your GDA and then EGDA. But look, so you have up here, you have EGDA. So it's so if you that's the other thing you'll notice. You'll have a what's called an AB relationship. So you have your your A section, and then you'll have your B section, which is this. I think I might need to get a new mouse. This thing keeps like acting super weird. Oops. But yeah, you'll notice that there's sections. So you have your A section here. Your chorus will be your, oh my god, your chorus will be your B. Your verse 2 will be your A, and then the chorus will be your B, and then you have a bridge, which doesn't really fall with the A and B, but it's a bridge, and then you'll have your let's see, which one's this? This is a little different. So then it kind of goes to a C, and then so it goes to a C, and then it goes back to your B, and then you're playing your B again here at the end. So that's usually how a lot of songs are. You'll group things together, so you have your A section playing and then your B. So if you look at any other song, so if we can go look at, let's say, our tabs, Foo Fighters these days is a pretty good song. I do like that. So if you go to chords, you can see, here's the chords that they're using, and then so as you look through, so you can kind of see, hey, your chorus is right here, your chorus again, so that's your B section, because E minor, C, D, A, E minor, and then C, G. So sometimes they might throw a thing in there, but it's still your A section. A bridge, like I said, doesn't really fall in it, and then your chorus again would be your B or whatever. So this kind of just has almost one. But yeah, so what I've been trying to do is learn how. I mean, I've been learning how to play guitar, so that then I can figure out, hey, how do I, like if I wanted to make my own music, let's look at how other songs make it. So I could take, your A, C, and E minor, right? Those are A, C, and E would be, like those are chords that sound good together, that go together because of how things are. I mean, I could show you like a. Hang on. Let me look up. Cause I don't. It's in my personal. I need to see if I can open it. Not. Because it's in my Google Sheets, and I want to make sure you guys can't see my. Because this is all personal, so I don't want to share my personal email address and I don't see it. I think we should be good. So if we look here, so we can see, you know, you have a C major scale, has no sharps or no flats. It starts with a C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And then I set up for 3, 5, and 7 so that I know you can, I forget why, I'd have to go back and look. But when you look at it, you know, your 1, 4, and 5 are all your major, and then your 5 is your seventh chord. So this should be a C7 as well. So you know, if you can play a C, an E minor, and a G7, right? You can play those together and it would sound like a lot of songs might do that. Or, you know, they might have your C, E minor, and G7 and might throw in a B diminished to kind of give it a more rounded tone. I mean, it just depends. So understanding how all this works will then help you when you're starting to compose music, so you kind of know what would sound good together. So if you want to like if you have a flat, which your first one is B flat, then you can kind of play, you know, what you can play. So if I didn't put it in here. So let me think. C is A minor. So A minor is your equivalent minor for C. So you can have an A minor chord or A minor song that could use like a C, E minor, and A or something like that. And it's still A minor, but you know, it uses this as like these would be associated with the A minor. So like I said, that's what I'm trying to figure out eventually when I start working on it. But anyways, one of the things I did want to do, like I said, was some of the challenges for the course I've been working on. We don't. Shoot. So, okay, so if we look at, so this is asking us to, hang on, let me finish listening real quick to this. But this is going to be in /private in here. So, let's see, we can delete this. Yeah, this is how the macros looked before, and then we created a whole new header, which we can throw this into the file, and then use any of these header or any of these like items within that wherever we put the header to be able. Oops, let me cancel. Use like any of these within that file or within that Oh, Lurkin. Okay, that's what I thought you were. That's what I thought that was. But yeah, you can use any of these within that wherever you put this header. And usually you put headers in CPP files. There are some instances where you should put like the engine headers probably in the. So these would be private. Would be the private CPP public or headers. So if we look here, you know there are some headers you probably should put in in a header file, but usually you don't want to. You want to put those in the. If we look at this one, actually, there's not a whole lot. Never mind. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's dumb. I mean, like, I actively listen to like 3 people, and it kind of sucks because I have to like rotate through them as I'm listening to them just so that I count. But I don't even think that you're supposed to or will allow it. But so what we're supposed to do in this one is it says create a new macro for drawing a debug sphere, have a parameter or for the color. So if we look here, for instance, so this is a draw sphere, so we can draw a define draw box. Let me see if it says color. Oh, so this sets the color. So we can do location. So it'll draw a box at the location. Now, if get world, so we'll draw. Let me see what we have. We debug. Hopefully it should have worked. Okay, here we go. So I hit Control Shift, and then you can see we wanted a box. So we can do draw debug box. And in there we can kind of look. So it says we want const u world, so we can, which would be the get world that we were using. What this does is if statement saying if there is a world, run this. If there's not, it won't. And then we can do this, and then the next thing is the vector for the center, which is the location, which will be in the which we'll be giving it, and then we'll do, what's the next one? Extent, and then it has 8f. So that's how, I think that's how big this sphere is. So we can do 10f. Then the color. Wait, hang on. That's weird. So draw debug box. Hang on, let's erase this real quick. Look at this again. So we have the world. So we want to get the world to put there, and then the const vector for the center. Always the location, and then the extent. So hang on, let me look at this one real quick. Oh, this is a little oh, because we're doing a box. So that's going to be a little different. So if we do this extent, so is there an extent in this one? Oops. Not what I wanted to do. Close. If we go here, there is not. So what's, so if we go here, and then I think there was some other ones. Yeah, there's two. So what's the one? Rotation. So like this instance. So what if we do Claude.ai? So we take Claude.ai. We can do golden hour thinking. If we are creating a what is it? A draw debug box. Oops. In Unreal C++. Oh, this could be a short stream too. I'm not gonna be super long right now because I don't know. I need to get slowly back into it. I'll do you think I'll probably do a stream tomorrow, and then I'll have Friday off, and then Saturday and Sunday will be probably morning streams for me. So like 12 hours from now would be in the morning my time, at around that time. So right now it's about 7:30 p.m. right now. So 7:30 a.m. So 12 hours. So that'll help you. Oh, it's 12 hours. It's 2 a.m. here. So 2 p.m. type of thing. If you're in that time zone, I don't know what time zone that would be. That would be like Eastern Europe into like Russia, maybe Turkey down somewhere over there, I think. I was just throwing some time out there. Cause we're 5 hours behind. So that's like Greenwich Mean Time. Owl Saber. What else? So, I might do some coding and stuff in the morning, and then I might play some ESO, or, I'll throw out there, hey, if anybody wants to play something, I might start playing ESO. And if someone comes, hey, let's play some Fortnite, or hey, let's play some Battlefield or Warzone or RedSec or whatever. I have all those, so I can easily play those. So that's what I plan on doing the weekends. So maybe 2 hours of this, and then I might switch over to ESO and start playing some ESO. So just to give you a heads up on that, I'll have to stop the stream on Twitch, or not Twitch, on YouTube, and then restart so I can put it in a different spot. Okay, to do it on Unreal. How do I set that up? Because it's a little bit different. Oh, yeah, so we should have the helpers just right here. So get world, so the F vector. Oh, okay. Box extent, half size, color, false. Okay. Um, practical example. So we're not doing, so we're going to set it up right here. So that's, so this quadrant one is a different one. Um, yeah, so it's going to be drawing a specific location. This one right here would probably be what we're doing. So, which is what we started doing. So we have our location. So if we look again, oops. So what I'm doing, so we can go here, I hit Control Shift and Space, and that opens up, what we should be putting in. So this has the extent. That's what I'm trying to figure out. See, so what they're doing here is they created a box center of the get actor location. They created this extent of this effector. They created this F quadrant of box rotation for this, and then they just put the information. So you have the box center, you have the box extent, and then you have the box rotation. And then this is, hey, this is the color that it's going to be. And then some of these you don't necessarily need because they might be already set. So if we actually go look, so if we, it's gonna be kind of hard. So if you look here, I know which one this is. It's this other one. So if you look here, that be persistent lines is already false, right? If we go back here, it's set. You don't have to set it because it's already false, so you can skip that one. If we go back here and we look again at the other one, that's false. It already has a time of -1f, which I think is infinite. Oh, ads are running for a 90 minute 90 over on Twitch. So, but that's pretty easy to kind of read. Oops. But we're doing the other one, so we need an F vector. If we look here, we can just do F vector for the center location. Let me see if I can copy this. How do I look at that? See, Unreal, how do you go? Actually, should be draw get box. So peak definition, there we go. So we can go in here, right? And I can, so there's two. So you have these two right here. So we can take this first one. I want to, is this the one I want? So we can kind of look at it. I don't know. Of course it's going to, all right. I don't know. Let's go to definition. Let's go there. It's down here, I guess. Here we go. So yeah, we can look at it a little better. So vector consent center extent. Okay. Oh, looks like ads are done. Let me look at this real quick. So, because I don't want this, we want this other. Okay, let's see. So the other thing you can do is just grab like this and be like, hey, please explain what this means. Like, so if we go to here, we go, explain what this means, and then just do this and see what happens. Because that was the line, so it should go through as a function. Break it down. Yep, that's what we want. Don't care about that. So parameter one, a pointer to the world context. So if we look at constant, means it's something that won't change. Typically, yep, that's where we do that. We're doing that. Parameter two, a reference to a vector representing the box's center position. So if we go close this, so box's center location would be the location, right? Or is that the, hang on. Oh, I put it over here. Whoops, it's right here. Come on out. Come on out. There we go. So const center, but that doesn't show center, does it? Oh, it does. So we don't use location here, I don't think. Okay, so if you look here, so example, so you can say location might work because I think location let's see here real quick. Yeah, so see how it's the center here, so we can use location. Then it's saying our third one is the one I want to look at. The half size of the box in each direction. If you wanted 200, 200, 200, you'd pass it 100, 100, 100. So basically, so it takes the center and you got 100 this way and 100 that way, but it's 200 total. That's why you're doing the 100 instead of the 200. Because if it's 200, then it'd be 200 this side and then 200 this side. So it's 400. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. I don't know what I'm talking about. I am a noob. I'm going based off what I think this means. So yeah, so it's the thing from the edge. So we can put whatever we want. We can do f vector. How big do we want this? A unit in Unreal is a centimeter. So if we look here, we could probably do 25, 25, 25. And then the next one is, Control Z. I didn't mean to do that. I copied. So we do this. So the next one is the color. So we want to do a different color. We got blue, we got red, we got green. So if we do F color and we do double colons, we can look and see what we have. So we have emerald, we have green, magenta. Do we have orange? That was the first thing that came to my mind is orange. Perfect. So we can do orange. So we can look at the next one, persistent line. So this is already set, so it's false. The lifeline, I don't know what the -1 means. 1 frame. 0 is persistent. So we can do... So if you want to put a time in, you'd have to put false here, I believe. And then you could put a time, so we want it for 10 seconds. Depth priority, I don't know what that is. Controls drawing order, usually leave at 0. Higher values draw on top of lower values. I don't know what that means. And my throat is dry. I don't have my water. It sucks. Like I said, I wasn't planning to stream for too long. I was thinking maybe another hour or so, maybe. Yeah, I just wanted to slowly start going through some of the challenges I have, because I haven't done any of the challenges in this course. So I'm thinking, hey, maybe we should try to do some of the challenges. Thickness, I don't care. What's the thickness set to by default? Thickness is 0, so 0 default thin line. Okay, that's fine. Don't care about the end. Okay, so that kind of helped me out. So like I said, that's what I usually use it for. It's to kind of help me understand what's going on. Using this, now I have a lot better understanding, which I probably could have just looked at here. That a lot of this is going to be the same. So you have the center, which of course, I mean, I would have known that's from the center. How big is, like for this instance, it's a sphere. So how big is or where's the point at? And then for the radius, it's, you know, from the radius is you from the, hang on, paint. So if you draw, that was weird. That is really weird. So I don't know what the heck's going on. I don't know. Anyways, it's fine for that. I was looking at something else. So if we look here, we have, we can do a circle. We can just make a circle. Well, of course, you know, your radius is, you know, have the center of your circle. So from the center out is the radius. This whole thing is the diameter, and you have your circumference. So here it's just saying, so from here to here, what's the radius, which is like your half height. So if you wanted to put 100, that means that the diameter is 200, and then pi r squared. So r is your radius, so 100 squared is this. So you got your 10,000, and then pi. So multiply that by pi. So it'd be 100 pi, or roughly 31,415.9. Would be, in this case, it'd be centimeters, would be the diameter of the circle. So I think pi, yeah, 100 squared, you add 2 more zeros because it's 100 times 100. So you add 2 zeros, so it's 10,000 pi. And then pi is 3.14159 8 or something like that. So there, close enough. So, but there we go. So that challenges should be done. We just created it right now. And I do use a GitHub desktop. So for this, I do have it saved. I'm not actually uploading it to the internet. I'm having just a local repository on my computer. So for this, we'll just put started section 16 and added and on challenges. So the challenge, what was that? Was section 5, I think. Yep, section 5. Started and all we did was we created our, I forgot to save it last night, our attribute class. I think it's one. And then that's it. That's all you do. I can publish it, but that'll send it up to GitHub, and I don't want to do that. I don't think I have it set up to do that anyways. So that one's done. The next section is, because that's the actor class, so moving objects with code. I don't even want to know what this is. I don't think you guys. Yeah, you guys. Oh, I probably should start this back. So you have some nice background music like this. This is pretty nice background music in my opinion. So it's Elder Scrolls, and I really like how they did their music. Them in Final Fantasy have some of the best music, or I should say Square uses some pretty good one. Okay, so we have our, let me start this. Maybe we can look at uh-oh. Draw this down. Tick. Okay, so this has already been done. I think I already did this one. Okay, this has already been done, so I guess I didn't need to start that one. Basically, from what I'm reading, is so you have your super, so you're pulling this from the actor, right? Because your item, pretty sure we made it. I'm pretty sure we made item from actor. So super means it's pulling tick from that actor, the A actor class. And then running plus equals delta time, so it continuously rotates. And then, so if item state, so this one is we created, probably can stop this thing. We don't need that open. I could show you how far I am right now. But running time, but I don't see delta time in here. It's not really used. So if we, let me see. So if item state equals item state EIS, so item, EIS is hovering, then so we basically haven't picked it up. So if we were to have picked it up, then we would change it from hovering to not hovering anymore, because it's not. I think we destroy it. But then your actor world offset. And then this tells us the vector location. So what we did is we did a vector 0, 0, and then, hello. So A item transform sign, which is right here. So return amplitude. So basically what's happening is this will return and put it here. So you're taking your amplitude, you're multiplying. We want to do that because we're multiplying. So F math of sine, right? So it's a trigonometry function. So we're taking the running time, so the delta time, which is continuously like going. And then the time constant, I'm not sure where that is. A time constant, so it looks like, where's this? definition. Oh, we've set it here, so it's set to 5. We can reset that. So every time, there we go. So basically what this is saying is that the amplitude, where's this at? See what we have, peak definition, which is going to be in there. So amplitude 0.25 times this, the running time, which is here, which is continuous, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, times 5, right? So 1, 5, 10. But then you're going to multiply, take the sine of that and multiply it by 0.25, and that's, so if we actually go look, I think, okay, I can show you, it's fine. I'm pretty far in the course, so we can see what's been going on as well, so I can show you real quick. Next time we get a thingy where I'm gonna go grab my drink because I'm kind of thirsty. Yeah, TikTok. You could collect up to 2,000 in cash prizes by joining the Life Hacks Post contest. I'm alright. Hopefully it doesn't crash. So first thing I want to do is make sure this one. So this, you can kind of set your scalabilities to low. So basically what that does, so if I have it works fine if I have it set up, but if I'm streaming, it really lags. Not for me, but for you guys. So we're going to make sure this is set to low. So what I've done so far is I have little sparkles, and you see how it should be, how do I set the spinning? Maybe that's set the bobbing. Maybe that's set the bobbing, I guess. I'm kind of far, and I'm kind of afraid to like mess with stuff. So if we do, so instead of doing this, what if we do, if we set this to 5 and we set this to 5, what happens? We'll save this, we'll go back into here. And since I edited the CPP file, I should be able to just do a live coding thing. Live coding, let this run through, and it should be fine, you know, see live code. Oh, and it's gone. See, there it goes. No, wait for me. It's gone. Okay, that's not what I thought it would do. Nope. All right, so no, don't do that. So that, I thought it wouldn't. I didn't think it would do that. So 0.f. So what that does is it continuously moves that way, so it doesn't actually rotate. Shoot, like I said, I'm kind of nervous about messing with this too much because I'm like perfect where I'm at. So what we could do is maybe do the next one, see what that one's about. So, but I guess what we could do real quick is take a look at here. Item in Rails C++. Oh, never mind. I don't want to do that. Okay, so let's see what's going on real quick. I want to go wait till this is all done. We're not going to do this one. Basically what it's wanting you to do is to fly around in the world as the crow and take screenshots. So if we actually go, I don't know, actually it should be under maps. So if we do, we won't crash. So I think it's this one. No loaded regions. Okay, so you're not seeing anything because these are not loaded. You can see there's a ton of stuff. Foliage, like that's all not loaded. There we go. If I do this. Hopefully it won't crash. It's been a minute. Might take a little bit too to. I think I broke it. I think I broke it. I think that's what happened. I think it broke. Nope, there it goes. Perfect. So like I said, this is just me when I was dinking around with stuff. As you can see, like this. Wow, it's kind of got some hills. There was a forest. I'm going super. Let's a bit. There we go. Like here was I think there was a forest. Hang on. Let's have a lot of the landscape done. Okay. Hang on, let's round walls. Ooh. Let's see what we got with real quick. Landscape. How did this stuff working? Okay, so yeah, this should, like, right here was a like a canyon wall. Like I think I had a little area in there where you could go into. You could easily tell right here was a desert that kind of went around, but now it's gone again. Oh, over here. Over here was a little area so you could get into. Wow, it did not look how it was supposed. Like, it's not loading. I don't know if it's just waiting to load or if there's some other things I need to do, but it's not loading. I don't know if I took any. Dude, it should like it should be like this should be like all back through all here, all the way around. These should be visible. And basically, what you could do, you could this is a blueprint. So what I was doing was I was taking like a number of things, kind of putting them together to make the blueprint, so that, and then you could like take a number of those, kind of put them together and tilt like slightly here and there, and it made it look completely like it took a while. But yeah, so it made it look like it was new and like it was different basically. So you wouldn't see all the same stuff. Like how if you look here, you see how you can see all that. Like, yeah. But you had a little mountain here. Over here was like a little like a pretty big mountain, I think. And then had a forest, but like I said, I don't know where anything is. So they're just not loading. I don't know what. I'll have to look more into it to see what's going on. I'll try to get to load next time when I go live. Like I said, maybe tomorrow for a little bit. I might start working on doing the combat for the course I'm taking. Yeah, there was something right here too. I forget what it was. I think it was like a butte or something, but it's not there, so it's fine. So let's just kind of get out of here. I'll have to look at it again, and then our test map is where we were, which is just testing out stuff. I'm super fast now, I forgot. If we do play, yeah, actually this is not where we were. The minimal default. Yep, it was right here. Okay. I was a little scared there for a second. We're going way too fast. Let me turn that down a little bit. Okay, so here we were. So we can... Oh, there goes my... hang on. It just left. I thought we changed that, so let's run this again. And it should be done pretty quick. Yep, successfully. Oh, no. Probably should have done that. Oh, well. Might freeze for a little bit, maybe. That's what it's looking like. Oh no. Okay, here we go. Hoping it goes. How much time do we have left before? Like 5 minutes. I do need to take a drink here soon. So we don't want to do 7. So why we wait? 7 was basically in the other part. I don't want to show you either. I don't think I. Anyway, so it said basically what you want to do is you could play as the crow, and or you start off as making a crow to move around before you used Echo from the Valley of the Ancients, and he wanted you to. We were far enough along where I couldn't really do it now because I removed the crow as being not necessarily accessible, but it's not being used anymore. But he wanted you to fly around using the crow and take different pictures and stuff. And then post that to their Discord, which, like I said, some of these I might not be able to do. So far, we only found 1. So let's see what the next one is. Okay. Oh. Hi. What are you doing, bud? Cat. Wanna come here? Wanna come here? Come here. Come here. Hi. Hang on, I'll pick him up. There he is. Oh, he's... Oh, you're stuck. Oh, you're stuck. Stuck. Come on, I got you. I got you. Hey, here he is. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Wanna get down? Uh-oh, he saw the fan. He saw the fan. He's like, I'm gonna get down now. He just looked up. He's like, fan. So it's still loading. Yeah. Kind of sucks because it's popping up on the other screen now. And I can't do anything right now because it's very... Oh my gosh. I should not have done that. I am sorry. It's going to be a minute. It's looking like. So, like I said, I wanted to show you. I can't even move around or nothing either. What's this? Oh, here we go. We can close this. It's still loading. It's at 3% now. Oh my gosh. I should... Oh no, am I lagging? Maybe not. A little bit. It did a little bit. I'm looking because so my setup involves a monitor right here, then a big monitor right here. So I basically it's a 49-inch. I have that cut up into two 27 inches. And then over here, I have a giant TV that I have the streams on. So I have the Twitch stream, the YouTube stream, and then the over. Oh my, yeah, I'm freezing. This is not. That needs to be ready. Oh, it's gonna take forever too. It's just going so slow. I wonder if I could just close this. So if I go into here, if I can just stop this. Okay, that should have helped. So basically, I stopped everything running in Unreal. Hopefully it shouldn't have messed anything up. I hope. So what we can do is hit F7, and then we'll run and see if those fails are normal. It should be 28 successful, like 25 fails, and the fails are something new. Yeah. Okay. So 5 succeeded. 23 up to date, 1 skipped. Just ignore these. It's fine. The fails, if we go look back, there's things that I don't have, like this, that I don't need. So, like if I were to hit this and run, it'd be fine. See, it's running. There's no issue. It's something to do with some of the stuff that you have. I don't see it right here, but there's since I'm not using it, it fails. So it's kind of dumb, but it is what it is. And ads will start in less than a minute. So, like I said, I will be going to get some of my drink. It's downstairs or something. So we're fine here. So if we look, ooh, jeez, I'm fast again. Oh, I did turn it down, but probably didn't. So save everything. So like I said, if we go out here, what I was doing is saying, hey, you can pick this up. That's why those bubbles are there. You can pick up your weapon. The bubbles go away. You can hit this guy. Makes a sound. And it shows, hey, you're hitting him. You can break this. You get some treasure. You pick up. See, treasure, she runs really weird. You can hit this. Some more treasure. You can hit the, or you can, I think. Oh, nothing will happen because they're, you can just jump on this. Like, these are just things. But yeah, so she just run really. Like, I need to fix that, and I tried to fix it. I just was not successful, so I'll have to go back and fix her run or gate. It just looks weird. So for the destructibles, if we go in here, we have a number of collectible or collection ones. So if we go open this, oh wait, no, not this one, my bad. We want to go in the blueprint, breakables. So you have two. You have like, or you have the base, and then on the base, we made each one of these. So one will be with treasure, one will be without. So if you go look in here, you type in treasure. You know, here's your treasure list. So these items should drop. I don't think all of them at once will. I think it's just a random assortment. So all of them could, but it's not all of them all the time. So if we were to put, let's say, this out in the, oh, ad break. I will be right back. Give me 1 second. I don't know how to do it. I'll be right back. Go. I'm back. There we go. And it looks like the ads are done too. So we can, I don't even know which one this one is. This, oh, it's the clay pot. Alright, we can, no treasure. Let's check out a couple. No, it might crash. I was having an issue and I don't know why. Maybe it could be the number that we're out. But we're just testing. So, because I saw there was an issue with one of them. So this one, oh, see, there's no treasure. And the issue, there we go. All the stacks. So if we go look, so it says there's an infinite loop detected on the base, right? Saying set collision function to channel. This one right here, and you click show, it'll stack. It's so I hit the other ones and then this happened. So there's supposed to be a way to fix that, which I did actually put into my script. So if we look at our C++ file, if we look at Windows Breakable. So yeah, so if, wait, hang on. Where was that at? I'll have to go back and look. It's in here somewhere. Let me see what my mind's drawing a blank right now. I think it was this one. Let me look it up real quick. Use of. Oh, it wanted us to mess with Echo's hair, which we'll do here in a second. I did want to look at this real quick. Was it? Oh, I thought it was many different types of treasure. Oh, it's the issue. I wasn't looking at the right one. So it might have been 158. Yeah, infinite loop detected. Don't worry, we addressed this and implemented a fix soon. Keep going. So I'd watched the rest. I didn't see an implementation of it. Hang on, I'm trying to find it real quick. Where was that? There. Oh, it isn't unless you're infinite, but there are lots of pieces in every. And too many hit events can trigger an infinite loop, restricting it to one hit per breakable. So if the get hit is, so it's the get hit. So I need to. Gosh, where was it? I don't remember where we put it. I think it was this. But which doesn't make any sense because we go back here. So if we spread these out a little bit, because when you hit one, depending on how close they are, they might. Now, why is these getting? Why did these get destroyed? Let me go up and then end. Let me do up and end here. So if we save everything. I don't know why they fell and got destroyed. That is weird. So if we hit this, just shouldn't be doing. I'll have to look more into why. So let me wait till those go away. Yeah. Yep, I'm gonna have to go look more into that to see why. Message log. Is there an output log? There is not. Okay. I will have to go look into why that's doing that. It shouldn't be doing it because if we were to delete this one, if we save that, I'm thinking there's too many things in the world. Oop. Am I too high? Oh. Okay, maybe, I don't know. Alright, I'll have to look into that. I'm not sure. So, but the next thing that they said to do was mess with Echo's hair. I'm not sure where that's at. Oh, you wanna know what? Turn this back down. My bad. Character. Hair strands? No, not there. Alright, let's go back here and do hair. There's a skeletal mesh. What did he say to do? Okay, hang on, let me look. Oh, there's her hair and then the sword. All right. So, close. Let me do our blueprint. Character. Here. What? Busy, bud. Uh-oh. What do we got? Something. Oh, my Amazon package is coming soon. Okay, so we do hair. Okay. Echo Groom. Echo Shirt, Scarf. Am I Echo Groom? Where's that at? Am I Echo? Oh, right here. So we can do this one. So we can duplicate because we already have it as a material instance we want. And am I Echo Groom and then color because we're gonna change it. Oh, we did that one too. Okay. Well, maybe Groom. Okay, so hang on. Echo Groom. Color. 2, 1. There we go. So we did this one. Okay, so what we could do is we can go back here. We can set this one, right? I'd set this to this. So if we go actually look at the viewport, her hair is now red. Kind of weird. Like, she looks weird. So we do save, compile, play. See, her hair is kind of like... I just was messing with it. So, I'm gonna open it up. Okay. So what color should we do? We could do one of the different colors. I mean, this be blue, like a blonde. I'm sorry, I was looking at right here. Maybe that might work. Then the root color would probably want to be the same. So what we could do. Should be the same. Pepper. So do this. Okay. So we save this. So then we can. Uh-oh. So to go back here, we can change this over to this one. That's kind of weird. So let's open this back up. Let's change this. I don't. We do that. So you can see in the hair that color. That looks better. But she looks weird. Like, that's blue, but if we go back out here and push play, it is blue. Wait, what? I thought I didn't know it was blue. Anyways, that's what she looks like with that color. Okay, so we're good there. That's all they wanted to do for that challenge. Okay. So if we do animation blueprint, so that means that we're probably gonna want to add some stuff. Oop. I missed parts of what he was saying. See if my mouse works right or not. It's been kind of not the best. I might need to get a new one. Plugged in, it's fine, but use control rig to rotate the feet. Ground. Hang on, I'll tell you here in a second. So let's go back out real quick. So I want you to look at the control rig. So as long as we don't hit nothing. So the issue that I'm seeing is, see how that her foot's up right here? But when we, oops, shoot, not what I wanted to do. But if we turn the other way, see how her foot's down? Oops. I mean, there's still that gap there, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to make her foot kind of go down a little bit. But then you look up here, you see how that's bent weird? Wow. So I'm kind of curious because so I did this once before. So what I did was I went into the third person template. I grabbed that control rig, I copied it, and then I pasted it into another project I was doing, and it worked a lot better. So what we could try doing is seeing what the difference is. Let me see if I don't know if I just have a third-person template up and running right now, so I'm gonna look and see. That's why I clicked the button that you guys can't see. I have no idea what I'm doing project. Ooh, was it that one? I don't think so. So let's just create a whole new project. Do this. Create a whole new C++, but it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, yes it does. I need to look at the thing. So we do third person. And this is 5.6. This is just going to be, I'm just going to type it. Third person to look at. That's fine. E-project. Game/testing. It'll create that folder. So I'm not too worried about it. So then we can look at kind of what's being done. So if we look at our animation blueprint in here, which like I said, I know it's wrong. I'm still a newbie, but I do have enough understanding to kind of look at what was done in something else and kind of maybe tweak it a little bit. Like I said, I don't know why it was working, one way. And when I say working, I'm going to use that term very loosely. So if you look here, I mean, you can easily tell, there we go. So you can tell that, the leg's bent, but this should actually be bent up more to have this leg come down. And then as you can see, the foot's in here. So the foot should be kind of more up, a little bit more up. So, and then this one should be down. So, but when we go the other way, see how it looks a lot better. Like I said, I'm not going to be making a super realistic game like this. So if you look, I'm going to be using Cinti assets because that's what I'm gonna say is but Cinti. So I can show you guys real quick. So if we look at, hang on, Cinti polygram, how does it work? So if we look, I mean, it's just a low poly style type. So we can look at, I don't have Viking ROM. Which one do I have? I have, I don't see it. I wouldn't, $54. Because that'll give me some enemies. I might buy that. Just because so I can get some enemies. And if you look at Zelda, for instance, the latest ones, you have Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. If you look at both of those, they're a lot of their enemies were, like this, and then they just changed the color depending on the difficulty. They had, let's say the goblin type, they had their lizard ones. I cannot remember their names, so don't be mad. Freaking one of my favorite games, I cannot remember the stupid things. They had, skeletons, but the skeletons were the skeletons of the different, of the lizards of the goblin type. So, my cat has some. He's over there. He's like, meow. But yeah, so if we, take a look, that's super cheap though. So we can take a look. So these are kind of what I have. So, and I can go in and just change the color within Unreal. So I'm not really too worried about that. To kind of give, like I said, I mean, if I have enough, if this has enough, I'm going to have to go look and see. See exactly what it has. See how they have the different color, and then they have a bigger blue one. So they have some big ones. They have some little ones. So I want to go look. Yeah, they have like ogres and looks like or orcs or whatever, goblins. But this is kind of what I was gonna make, at least for a couple games until I kind of more familiar with it, and then I'll expand into something more, like I don't want to say realistic, but more, or I don't want to say stylized either. Stylized does look neat, so to me, like the Zelda, like the last two games were more stylized, and those that did look really nice. I did like that more. But I purchased these already, so I just want to at least make some stuff with them, and then feel happy. The only thing though is, okay, good, it's Unreal 2. Oh, 7 days. Okay, we still have some time. I'm fine. But yeah, so I spent a little bit of money, so I don't mind, making some stuff with it, so I'm all right with that. Now, like I said, I do like it. I think it looks kind of neat, and I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's not necessarily what other people want. It's what you make, and if people enjoy it. Like I said, I'm gonna be making, like, my game when I eventually start making it. Like I said, I'm still learning. Is I want to do something more along the lines of like Stardew Valley, where you can, farm, you can fish, you can kind of go out collect stuff. But I also want to add in cooking, and so if you go like hunting, so then let's say you shoot a deer, you can go use the meat from the like in Zelda, you can kind of harvest meat, or you shoot it, it vanishes, and like meat pops up or whatever. So you can go pick up the meat, and then you can go do what they do. Hey, throw some stuff in and just go make something. Or you can go fishing, get the meat, and then go make something. It's kind of what I was wanting to do, is in that sense, at least for Zelda, but also be more. I don't know if anybody's played like Harvestella, where you have your garden in this one area, and then you have the town close by, and then you can go run out into the wilds. Like in Stardew Valley, you have to go to a mine and go down to like 100 floors or whatever, and then a lot of them I think you can skip to. That's not what I like. I mean, I like the farming aspect, I like the gathering aspect, but I want to be able to go out more like an RPG type, where you can go out and not have to go into a dungeon and go down. Like, there might be dungeons, just not, or caves or whatever, but just not, that's the only place you can go fight things, type of thing. So that's my thing. It's not gonna be huge, at least the first one, but that's kind of, and then I might build on that. So I might keep some of the stuff and then kind of change, use the same world, so you can kind of see a world map, but hey, you can only go this area. Well, maybe in the next game you can go over in this area, and it has a little bit different things and some different systems. But like I said, that's way off in the future, way off. But kind of knowing when you're making something, kind of starting to get a general idea is always helpful. It's very important to play games too, so you can kind of see how other things have, or see what other people have done, to kind of be like, hey, that's kind of neat. I want to kind of make something similar, but I want to put my own twist on it. Things like inventory is going to be a lot of the same things. So I kind of like how Zelda was. I also kind of like how Diablo's is. So Zelda, of course, if you all remember, had a number of square boxes, and then you could see, hey, this, you knew what weapon this was, or what shield this was, or bow this was, or whatever. Unlike if we look at the music, so unlike Skyrim, where it's just like a long list. That's nice to see everything you have. You can have more things, but it's not, to me, I want to be able to see what that weapon is, right? So I know there's mods that you can like put on as well, where you can I know there was a mod that I used to like, where it had like a picture of the guy. Like in a lot of games, you can see your person's picture. You can put stuff, or there, you could see your person, and then you could start putting stuff on them, and it had them change and whatnot. That's going to be hard for me with using this, because because it's not, what was this here? So if we go back, it is, I forget what they called it. Not seeing it. Where was it? Featured. Let's see. Usually it's under the featured. Yeah, this stuff. The sidekick, right there, modular stuff. So a lot of their stuff that they have is like that's all they're wearing. So doing it faster and faster so that eventually you can do it pretty quick. You know, hey, you know, something that used to take me 10 hours now because I've practiced so much and I've done it a lot enough times where 10 hours now is down to, you know, an hour and a half or you know 30 minutes or something because I know, you know, all the key stuff and moving and doing tweaking and I know exactly what I want and I exactly know how to do it. Well, like I said, that just takes practice. There's nothing wrong with that. But as I said, I do have this third person that we did want to look at. So if we look at our, remember where it's at. We look at blueprint. No. Character, mannequin, rigs. Not foot IK. There we go. There we go. So if it looks, honestly, it looks like he built it the same way. So if we look up here, so we have our get should do IK. That's the condition. So yes, we should do IK. So it's true. So you do the foot trace. If not, it'll do this. So if we look at ours, which I think he literally just copied it and went through, kind of understood how to do it, and then just recreated it, I think is what happened. I just don't remember where it's at. Blueprint, character, rigs, okay, so if you go here, yeah, so if we look, so we have foot trace, let's go up, actually it's not gonna work, let's do this, set this on top, set this one on the bottom. I might have to move this up a little bit. Yeah, it's all, I mean, just like if you're kind of lost, just kind of look at least the like the third person or first person. It does have some base things, so you can easily just take a look and see what's going on. Here, crunch this down. So if you look, it's literally the exact same. Okay, so they do Z. So there really isn't a difference to what I have compared to what they have, at least in that first step. The second step is interpolates the offset. So target right. So if we go over here more, the less. So I'm looking and it looks like it's the exact same. So to me, it looks like what he did was went through, kind of understood how all this works. Ooh, it's red. So it shouldn't be. I mean, it's right there. IK foot left. Oh, it looks like it's capital. So if we look through here, IK foot right. So it's just a lowercase. So we can fix that real quick. That's what we have here. Foot IK. I probably can't see it that well. So IK foot left. Hooked up to the left offset, right. I don't want to say I understand. I have a inkling in I think I might know what's going on type of thing. So you have IK foot left, IK foot right. Okay. So if we look, did we set these at all? I thought he set them to 50 somewhere. I could have swore he did. So get transformed for the normal foot, and then the name of this one, IK left. I heard something. Let me look outside real quick. My house, because I thought I heard like a door close or something, and I am kind of far away, but I I have inklings, I guess you could say. And it's probably just the song, in all honesty. Because usually they're like, hey, 10. Oh, they're literally, I heard them. Nope, they're downstairs right now. Okay. So basically, I was getting some stuff today from Amazon. I purchased a new wallet. It's like a super minimalist wallet, and it has a spot for AirTags. So I bought 2 AirTags. I bought one for my keys, so if I lose them or my wallet, I can just say, hey, where's it at? Okay, it's right here. So let's compile this real quick. Compile that. But yeah, they're here. That's what I heard. It was him closing the door, which is really weird. Like I was even further away, could still hear people outside doing stuff. It's like I just had a feeling. You know how that is, right? So let's move this up. Ads are running for 90 seconds on Twitch, so I'm just going to kind of keep going to look through. I thought he put in here that he wanted an offset, like these offsets to be 50 for the up and down, but I am not seeing that anywhere. Like we look in here, there's nothing set that I'm seeing. Yeah, so 0. Wait, 0. Z offset L 0. 0. Elvis 0. So what do we have over here? So if we do these, looks like these are 0 as well. 0, 0, 0. So how do they know what to offset? That is interesting. Yeah, that sequencer is on it. Like I'm using the up-to-date one. Just like a lot of times it's kind of interesting. Like, hey, we're using this, but it's out of date. The only thing that's different is these. They don't use that up. Actually, I did want to check something out. So if we go forward and then hit back, like I can't go back forward. I can only run back. Like I'm pushing W, but it doesn't do anything. Now it does when I let go. So if I go left and hold right, and I hit left, it doesn't do anything. So I think that was, so just let y'all know, that's one of the issues that there is with using, looks like ads. Oh shoot, there were ads. Now they're done. Looks like one of the issues with using. Oh, it brought me my stuff. So yeah, just like I said, just some AirTags. But that's one of the issues I've was talking with last night. So Swashbuckling Fox, I'll actually shout him out. So oop. Can I do this? Actually, let me do it over here. No, at least on Twitch. So if you guys, I will shout out. If that works. I think that's him. Yep, it's him. So, so if anybody else, so at least on YouTube, I will post his thing. He does. No. Okay. Hopefully I didn't raid over. Let me look and see. I don't think. No, I didn't. Okay, good. Because if anybody wants to check him out, he's over on Twitch. I don't think he really streams on. I'll post this over on YouTube. So if you guys want to go over, he's not live Wednesdays and Thursdays. He is not live. Friday till Tuesday he is. He usually starts at 9 p.m. Eastern, and he just runs all night. He's like, he usually does 8 hours, if not longer, sometimes shorter. Just depends on how he's feeling, but he does it for a long time. He created a whole template that he's going to use for his games. And right now I think he's going through a course learning about the game ability system. And I'll be probably doing the same thing, but I'll be going through learning more like the inventory, because like I was mentioning earlier, I would like to learn how to do some of the inventory stuff. More related to like how Zelda's done. Rather, not like how like Skyrim or some of the other games are done, where it's just like a list of stuff. And that'll kind of keep you like, if you have a smaller like number of things that you are able to carry, that kind of makes you think kind of more strategically at how that you want to go about doing things. Oops, sorry. This is, like I said, I'm just opening this to see what's in here. So much noise. So yeah, basically I just bought 2 air tags, and then there's this accessory that I bought. It's for my keys. So basically, if I lose my keys, I can find them. I misplace them all the time, and it usually takes me like 10 minutes to find them because I don't remember where I put them. I've been doing better. I have a little box over here. I have this little box thing. Actually, not on my own thing. There we go. So I have this little box thing. It has some change in it right now, like older change. I think I have a 1947 nickel in here. I got a 1961. Like nickels, I think 64 and earlier use silver, so like that has some, it's like what they call junk silver. That's why I'm keeping it. I have some of these dollar gold coin thingies. I have a 76 half dollar. I have a 79 Susan B. Anthony dollar or whatever coin. But yeah, so and then I have some guitar picks. But I've been usually putting them in there. Like, unfortunately right now my keys are not in there. I think they're downstairs on the counter. So, like I said, it'll just kind of help me out because I'm forgetful. Very forgetful. So yeah, if we look, yeah, so that was one of the, I do want, like, if you hold forward, then hold back, and then hit forward again. Ooh, actually, that did work. Interesting. So I'm holding back, I let go of back. So if you go run up here, if I hold back and hit forward, it doesn't work. Okay, that's what the issue was. Then you hold left, you can hold right, but when you hit left again, that doesn't work. And I think because when you look at it, right is a positive, I believe. Oh, okay. Okay, D-Man, you're still lurking. I see you. But yeah, so if you're going right, that's a positive. If you go left, that's a negative, and the positive is bigger than the negative, so you'll continually go that way. Same way with forward, I think. Is that how that was set up? I don't agree with it, but it is how it is. I mean, how many people really hit forward and then hit back and then like just like try to go forward again? Usually when I do it, like I'll go like if I go right, I don't hold left. I'll just hit it and let go of the right. So it's not something that I would have noticed per se because that's not how I play. But it is something to be aware of. So yeah, that's. Like I said, and I am a noob. I really don't know what's going on with anything. Interpolate speed 15. We have 15. I guess, and then like this is all in blueprints. I don't know if there's an actual way to do it in C++, nor would I really want to. I think it'd be better in blueprints, honestly, to do it this way. Sorry, I just wanted to kind of get those off of that. Yeah, I don't know how this works exactly. I like mine though, like it's like nice and straight, and like I don't like that. I'm using some electric one, I think. But what am I? Yeah, I don't. So that's what we need to figure out. How can we? Like, I don't remember. In the course, in the course, he has this set. It's like 51 minutes. It's a long one. So add the interpolation offset to the IK bones. This will move them up and down. Where's the interpolation set? It should be right here, but that's not set to anything. That's why I'm kind of like, what? So if we look at the lids, there's nothing set to it. It's 0. So I don't understand how. I don't understand how it's working. Parent class control rig. Provides the base definition, which extends. I click it. Usually you can click it and it should take you there, but it's not. So if we go out, can we find the control rig? Control rig. Let me see real quick. So if we look at the control rig, just the test one. Really care right now. I want to look inside it. So it's So I don't, yeah, I got that Tangia thing in the way. I couldn't really see. Okay, so we can just delete this too. We don't need it open. Oop. Shoot. Delete. Yeah, I'm not sure. So we do, like I said, I do like to use AI to kind of help me get a better understanding. Like I said, I used it for here a little while back, and what I basically said, how do I rotate? Okay, I don't care. I was just testing something. So for this is what I was looking at. You know, what does this mean? And it kind of broke it down pretty nice, kind of helpful. We were looking at building a draw debug box. And I was trying to understand how some of it was working, and it kind of went through pretty nicely and said, hey, blah. I was like, sweet, thanks for the info. So we can, in Unreal using control rig, a control rig. See what we want. So we got our control rig. How do you the character's feet? How does the legs go up and down? Like I said, I don't know how many more I have of this. Yeah, I can for, okay, that's right. So they're actually going in C++. UAnim instance. Okay, let's look in there real quick. Hang on, I completely forgot about that. I did not think it would be in there. Slash running. So break characters. Instance. So if we look at this doesn't have the anim instance. Yeah. So it gets the movement. So you're initializing and then you're updating ground speed. It's falling, and then the character state. You're not seeing this stuff. So this is, I guess, how you... I did not know this. This is how you do it in C++. He never went over that. Complete. Okay, so let's look at the header real quick, I guess. Public. Characters are an instance. So if we look, all we have for this is the movement, the ground speed falling in your state. So I am not seeing this in here at all. I don't think it's anywhere else. No, that's what we were working on. Enemy interfaces. Item. It's not going to be an item. So I don't think he... Let me go back real quick and look. Where did we do this at? Was it in here? Yes, it was. Okay. Sorry, this got me off on a tangent because we're doing Section 9's challenge, which I forget what... I don't even care what it was anymore. This is more interesting trying to figure this out. So I put a couple... Okay, so if anybody else is using Cinti, one of the things that you'd look at is you'd have to create virtual bones because there are no IK bones from what I was reading. So a virtual bone and IK bone are the exact same thing. You just kind of, I believe, link them up to the bones, and then you could do all of this stuff that we were just looking at in here. From what I was reading, this is weird, but you could do all of this stuff. So instead of using, an IK bone, you would instead use your virtual bone to do it. I don't think we need this open anymore, so we can close this. Well, shoot. Um, so he talks about. See, I'm just seeing where. Let me. Okay, so he's right here right now. I'm just kind of zooming through real quick to see if he sets anything. CR Echo but IK. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to hurry up and skim through this. Here. Okay, found it. That's all I needed. Like I said, I just needed to watch that real quick. So I keep forgetting. So usually when you're looking at something like this, what I'm thinking of is if we look at our... What is it? Something. I will remember. Just give me a second. I think it was our anim stuff. So if we look in here... Yeah, this stuff. So you have your event graph. Oh, anim graph's not there. It's right here. You can then pop it up, right? Here, it's the same way in here. You just look here at your graphs and your functions, and you have this. So what I was thinking is I'm going to mess around with some of these settings, and we can see what happens. Sphere trace, but we don't see it. That's visible. So basically, not sure what this add does. Let me see what he says this add does real quick, and then we can find it. He's in the foot trace right here. Let me go back a little bit. He's in foot trace. Here we go. Okay, so add. Moving over. So he's moving something over. So let me check and see if I change this to 75 and I change this to 75. Right? So let's see what happens if I do this. I don't know, auto compile whatever. We go here. I don't. Yeah, see that didn't like see how she's like barely moving her foot? Oh shoot, dang it. It's only looking this way too. Like if we look, like see how her legs are just slightly bent and this one's straight. It's not actually hitting. But it's weird because when we look the other way, it's working perfectly fine. Oops, let me see how her legs bent horribly and oh my gosh. So I have to understand this a little more to get a better idea of kind of how to work this. So that really didn't work. So where'd foot trace be used? I was actually going to get off like 15 minutes ago, but I'll keep going for a little while. Or for maybe till 9. So where... I'm not... Like I said, I kind of understand everything that's going on a little bit. Not really, I lied. I have no idea what's going on. I'm gonna have to watch that video again, I think, to get a better idea. And then we can come back to this and start looking at the IK. So this is the control rig. Okay. Foot trace. So let's... I like doing things like this. We're gonna do 250 and 250 and see what happens. 250. You do something big and then see what happens, right? So I think. Wow, look at that foot. So that way worked. See, why is she not going down, right? So she, not. I mean, that leg is barely bent, but when we go the other way, it's like really bent. But then the feet are messed up. Let me. Oh, you want to? I shouldn't have closed that. So what we could have done is looked at how it was. Oh my gosh. Because we didn't know to open that. Let's look at the other one, right? So we created the. Oh, did I not? Oh, hang on. Let me look at this real quick because I thought it would have saved, and it does not look like it did. It's a little weird. We were saving it in game project, testing. Here it is. Which is weird because there's no C++ or at all. There's no SLN for Visual Studio. And I know Writer's very good, but I'm learning to just use Visual Studio right now because Writer gives you a lot of stuff and I want to be able to learn it myself rather than having Writer say, hey, do this. So if we go down here, right? So if we look, see, that looks a lot better than, yeah, see how like both ways look a lot better than mine. You can tell the legs bent a lot more. I mean, it's not the best because, I mean, if you're at that slope, you'd have your foot down a little bit at an angle, but I mean, honestly, that's at least as long as something like this, I don't think a lot of people would notice unless they're super picky, but I mean, and the things, it looks natural to me, so I wouldn't really be concerned with, if you look down here at the feet, how the feet are slightly at an angle and they're pretty much perpendicular. Or although they're not perpendicular, but they're not, at that angle. But we do know that we want to look at the foot IK, and then we want to look at the foot trace. So they didn't even add anything, did they? Well, they added 50. That's what we did, right? Why is ours looking different? Ours looks different than this. So if you look at theirs, they got the bone, X and Y. There is no Z. Let's do. Okay, so they added 5 too. So. So what's... So they had a whole other one for the root bone. So I mean, we could set that up. I might test that out a little bit later. Because like I said, I do need to get going. I did plan on having this as a shorter stream. But I don't think I have anything going on tomorrow, so I will try to, like I mentioned previously. So if anybody, on Twitch or YouTube wants to be here tomorrow, I will be on again at probably for around this time. Let's see how long I've been streaming for. It says, I don't even know. It says I've been streaming for about 2 hours. So if we go back 2 hours from right now, that's probably what time I'm going to start as well. Yeah, so right around 7, I think is when I'll start. I do like to exercise because I'm fat, so I do try to get out and exercise some. Even though it is really cold, I do like to try to go out for a walk. So I might walk tomorrow morning, and it's gonna be pretty freaking cold. This is gonna be great. I love going outside when it's cold. This feels nice. It's harder to breathe, so kind of works you out a little bit more. But I'm gonna go kind of look through this. I'll probably do that tomorrow. We'll start working on trying to figure out, you know, how this works. Maybe this might be the reason, because we need to have a route connected to this as well. Oh my gosh, I don't like that. Okay, there we go. Sorry, some things I need to. I like this. This is just a mess to me. But like I said, I'm gonna get going, and I'll be on 7 p.m. Eastern. So if you, like I said, you go back 2 hours from your time, I'll be here. I don't see a problem me being here at that time tomorrow. Let me think. I don't think I have anything else. Oh yeah, on the weekend, if like anybody on YouTube or Twitch, like I mentioned, I would probably do, if you know, once we figure out IK and kind of get a little further along, I do plan on doing some of the combat stuff as well. So I'll just kind of show you guys what I have right now, just so you guys know. Let me go here and compile it. Besides, so basically we have this. It's probably gonna crash because, oops. You can put your sword away, you can take it out, and you can hit stuff. And it crashes because it says there's a loop, and I don't know why. Like, it's really dumb. So if I could hit, oops. If I hit this guy, what happens? See, he can destroy. Oop, nope. Those I do, oh, that just vanished, that's weird. But yeah, so we can hit him. He has like a little bit of blood splatter and whatnot. So I think we're gonna work a little bit more on combat after we get this IK stuff figured out. Like I said, I'll watch the video tomorrow, take some notes, and kind of come back and watch some other videos to kind of get a better understanding of IK in general, and maybe try to pass on some stuff. But yeah, other than that, that's where we're at right now. I didn't mean to do that. It's up over there. Yeah, other than that, that's kind of what we have. Figure out the issue with these stupid things having an infinite loop. There's no infinite loop because I can destroy them fine. There's nothing. Like, watch, I can take all these out. I should be able to hit this now. Okay, let me check something real quick. I wonder if it's because of this specific pot. So you're like, well, what's wrong with that specific pot? It has no treasure. So that has treasure in it. That has treasure in it, and it didn't. So it's not that. I don't know. I guess we'll have to figure that out. I'll dismiss. But yeah, so YouTube, and like I said, thanks for kind of stopping by and hanging out. And I'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, this weekend, I do plan on doing some more stuff related to programming, and then maybe an hour or two left in stream. I'm going to play some ESO, so if anybody wants to play, or they play ESO, or if they play, you know, I also do Fortnite, I have Battlefield, I have like Call of Duty, I have a number of other online games. I think I have like Repo and just a number of other online games. So if anybody wants to play, just let me know. I'm going to save that for Saturday and Sunday at the end of stream. So Saturday and Sunday, basically, if you go 2 hours back, well, let me think, it'd be 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m. So basically 12 hours from now, and then minus a couple hours. And this is what time I plan on starting. So if you guys want to stop by, I'll be here, should be here. I don't have anything going on those days, at least in the morning. But yeah, other than that, YouTube, thanks for stopping by. And I will see you guys later. So see you guys on YouTube. Bye.